All right, let's talk about another area of the market, cars. The 2019 International Auto Show features automakers from around the world who will showcase their newest vehicles and their latest futuristic cars. Joining us now from the auto show is our resident auto geek at the Jacob Javits Center right here in New York is my co-host, Adam Shapiro. Adam.
Hey, Julie, and when you talk about the latest models to introduce here at the car show, there is, of course, Lincoln's Corsair, which was just unveiled today, and it's the new model, 2020, going to be on sale in the fall. And we have got Lincoln's president, Joy Falotico, here to talk about this vehicle and turning sales around for Lincoln here in the United States. Joy, it's great to have you on the move. Lincoln sales last year about 103,000, down slightly from the year before. How do you grow sales going forward? Because it seems the whole market in North America might be contracting.
Well, our sales last year was really the result of some actions we took to make sure we had a healthy approach to our business. We were actually up at retail. We were down on some of our fleet and our company cars. We're really pleased with where we started this year. First quarter, our sales are up 11%, and it's really on the back of our SUV lineup. We had double-digit gains on our Navigator, our MKC, and our Nautilus.
Let's talk the fun stuff, though. Behind us is this brand new vehicle, and I think the price point's going to be in the mid-40s or even low 40s for people to get into the Corsair?
Well, we haven't announced our pricing on this vehicle yet. That will be coming soon. But this is an entry-level vehicle, as you mentioned, into the luxury market, and it's all new from the ground up, engineered and designed from scratch, the Lincoln Corsair.
And it's going to replace the MKC. Who is the target for this vehicle? Because I know that the Aviator is a hot seller for Lincoln, and the Navigator is, top of the line of SUVs. So this is how you get people in. Who are they?
So this customer group is really made up of two types of customers. First of all, we have our entry-level buyers, those people that are moving up in the world and ready for their first luxury vehicle. But also this is a step-down vehicle for maybe some of the boomers who are looking to get out of that big vehicle because they're empty nesters, right? And they're ready to move down, but they don't want to give up that second row and they don't want to give up that cargo space. So those are the two customer groups for this vehicle.
Of course, and they don't have to worry about sippy cups and crayons all over the backseat anymore. But let me ask you this. A lot of the car makers, in addition to the transition to SUVs and crossovers, are also going electric. When might we see a hybrid or electric vehicle from Lincoln, or even if the Corsair would have an electric future?
Well, today we already have a hybrid on our MKZ sedan. We've already announced that when the Aviator comes out later this summer, we will also be bringing out a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle version of that one. And we've already kind of tipped our hat that we'll have more news soon on the Corsair and electrified option as well.
How soon? Because I want to get you back on the move for that announcement.
Well, it'll be a few months away, maybe next year, but it's around the corner.
Now, this vehicle will be produced in Louisville, Kentucky, correct?
That's right.
But this is going to be produced in China as well. Will it be, is it a global platform or are they identical vehicles?
So this is a truly global vehicle. It is on a shared platform globally. As you mentioned, Louisville built in here in America for all of our markets other than China. And then it'll be the first localized vehicle in China for China.
So when you drove this for the first time, just your experience, I realize that you are president of the company, but what stood out to you?
So I love the interior package. One of them that we have that's called Beyond Blue. It's a performance package that we've added that was absolutely fantastic. And then the Lincoln Intuitive technology was a real differentiator in this vehicle. So we've got some really incredible features in there.
And finally, last question I have to ask you. This is a general because you've been with Ford 30 years. You were CEO of Ford Credit. We're looking in 2019 potentially for the auto sales, vehicle sales to contract. We've had the last 4 years, over 17 million units. This year we may fall below that. Is that going to be a permanent situation, or do you think there's still room for growth to go above 17 million?
Well, certainly we agree with what you're saying here, that it looks like it might be a bit of a softer year this year, but the economic factors are still really positive. We have wage growth, we have a low unemployment. I think the latest signal from the Fed is they might hold the rates. So we're hoping that that'll all come together and we'll still have a good SAR for this year.
Joy Falotico, the president of Lincoln here in the United States, chief marketing officer for Ford. It's great to have you here. And I just want to tease you a little bit, Julie. If you come to the car show starting tomorrow, Lincoln's going to have, it's the 80th anniversary of the Continental. And they've got this hot vehicle. It's not here today. It'll be here starting tomorrow with those old-fashioned suicide doors. Not so old-fashioned, but think back to the 1960s, Jackie O and the Kennedy administration, those kinds of doors. And they've got a brand new model that highlights that. It's going to be here starting tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, cool stuff. Thanks, Adam. And we'll be hearing from you a little bit later in the show also. Thanks.